What's going on, guys? This is Travis P11, and today I'm bringing you part 2 in the to RAS or not to RAS, that is the question, video series. I went ahead and bought a RAS47 about 2 months ago. I finally got to take it out to the range last night. I ran 200 rounds through it of Tula. I was shooting 122 grain full metal jacket ammo. I also had some hollow point that I was shooting, also Tula. Yeah, I can definitely feel it this morning in my shoulder. First of all, great gun. All right. Fed, no issues with feeding, no problems with ejecting. It was ejecting and extracting in a normal pattern with the spent casings. What I'm going to do is just go through with you and take a look at the crucial parts of my RAS47. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert right now. Okay, I've owned quite a few guns in my time. All right, and they all have a certain amount of finish that gets worn off when you take them to the range. Brand new gun, you know, great coating. You're going to take it home and take it apart. You're going to see some wear on those friction areas. It doesn't matter what the coating is. I think you're always going to see some friction. I mean, it's physics. You can't get around that. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and rip on the rifle. I mean, I'll tell you right now, the wear and tear looks about normal for, you know, a first time to the range trip. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start off with the dust cover. It is going to have a few fingerprints on it, and this is about as close as I can get for focusing, guys. Just to kind of highlight, I see no unusual wear going on here. One teeny tiny little nick going on right there. Looks like I'm gonna have to hold it up this far. Nothing really on the outside, no marks, no dings, nothing. That's just some oil on there. This side's nice and clean, so the dust cover survived the first 200 rounds. Okay, no problems there. Guide rod, spring, guide rod assembly. All right. No issues there, nice and clean. Okay, nothing major. Now I have watched quite a few videos where they show, you know, bolt carrier group wear and tear, and it's neat because I've actually seen them compare the RAS47 with other AK-47s that have had, you know, substantially more rounds put through them, and you know, really, what I'm seeing is about the same as some of those comparison videos. No unusual wear on that. Okay. All right, now let's check out the piston. It is still a little dirty. I mean, I had to clean this beast last night for like 2 hours. I would have got the video up, but unfortunately, I just could not get this thing clean quick enough and get everything put together. Yeah, just no unusual marks, nothing funky. When you actually get into the bolt carrier body, we do have a little bit of wear in the finish right there. Just kind of looking at it underneath, the top, nothing unusual. That oh so important dovetail. Little tiny bit of wear on the finish there, but again, no metal deformation at all. Okay, and again, I don't know the exact names for some of these parts, so I want to apologize in advance for you, but okay, slide. Okay, there's a little bit of finish just kind of worn down right here where it was riding against the body of the gun, and the receiver. Okay, under here, a little bit of finish is gone. But as I run my fingers over this, I'm not feeling any burrs or any impacts or any kind of divots or anything like that. In here where your bolt resides, okay, that's fine, no problems there. A little bit of finish right there, that's gone, nothing major. Get up here in the front, things are looking pretty fairly solid, I think. Okay, so just one more last view at the back there. Okay, I do have some finish that's gone right here too. And again, like I said, 200 rounds of Tula. And no misfeeds and no real issues. So again, so a little bit of a pain to get it cleaned up just because of all the carbon on it, but that's to be expected after taking it to the range. So piston survived just fine. Okay. And then we have the, well, I guess you could call it the bolt body, the bolt itself with the firing pin. This is always the part that everybody seems to care about. Okay, so starting a little bit of finish missing right there, but again, I'm not feeling anything. It's completely smooth, just metal on metal, some contact there. Okay, there's a little bit of finish right here that's worn off. Again, you may need to zoom in on your video as you're watching this. Under here, clean, no issues, no problems right there. Okay, along this portion right here, a little bit of the finish is worn off right there. On the front, nothing too crazy looking. I'll kind of hold it at every angle so you guys can check it out yourself. Yeah, some finish gone right there. But when I say there's finish gone, I mean I feel no burrs, no metal deformation, nothing's all chewed up and so on. Extractor's fine. Extractor looks great. Underneath, okay, there is some wear, okay, some finish gone down here. It's almost like a copper color underneath there, and I don't know if that's just part of the treating of the bolt carrier group. This does have the T markings or X markings on it, whatever you want to call it, showing that this bolt carrier group was in fact heat treated. Okay, so there you go. Now let's actually get into the receiver. I don't know how well this is going to show up on the camera, so I've got my handy dandy little geek spotlight going on for you, and you can check and see what it looks like inside the gun. It is very clean, no major issues at all. It's still fairly oily from just being cleaned out last night. Okay, so let's go handheld and check this out real quick and see what we're dealing with. Again, overall experience with the gun, you know, it's got a little more kick than your 5.56, but no major issues at all. Not sure if you guys can see that or not. There we go. Pull back a little bit. Let me take my headlight off here and get real down in there. There we go. I mean, from what I can see, the metal looks just fine. This is all the finish is actually completely there. There's no problems at all. I'm not seeing any unusual wear on the rails themselves. I use CLP to clean this, by the way. A little bit of Rem oil to get some of the carbon out, and then some CLP. Hammer's got, you know, a little bit of finish gone right there, but nothing major. So, again, you guys make the call. I mean, you guys are AK experts. Maybe chime in the video and tell me if this looks excessive or not. I mean, everything was great. I had no issues with my mags. I used nothing but P mags the whole time. No problems there. Nothing broke off. You know, my sight's still right here. Okay, front sight was just fine. It did shoot a little bit high. I did have to make a slight height adjustment with my adjustment tool. But taking it apart really wasn't that bad. It was just the overall cleanup. So if I put through a couple hundred more rounds, I'll keep you guys posted. Again, ran just fine. So no major issues. You know, when I think about my DPMS Oracle that I owned for about 4 years, I put hundreds and hundreds of rounds through that thing. And I mean, the bolt carrier group, it didn't look any worse than the bolt carrier group from this AK-47. You know, okay, apples to oranges, right? Two completely different guns. But in all honesty, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's anything excessive. I've got no cracks, nothing major going on, no deformations at all. So again, 200 rounds, right? It's a drop in the bucket, but it's a good sign that it had no issues and it functioned just fine. Okay, so again, any kind of wear I see, I'm simply going to rack it up to just regular wear, metal on metal wear. What else can you say? By the way, just for full disclosure, I did buy this gun out of my own pocket. This was not provided to me for testing purposes. I want to make sure I give you the most honest review of the parts that I can. Alright, so this is Travis P11. Thanks for checking this out, guys. Stay tuned. I'll try to post more videos shortly. Thanks again and be safe.